The feud between Keyshawn Johnson and Cris isn't just about football, it goes way beyond that. Their ongoing rivalry has captivated their fans. Let's dive into one of the NFL's most controversial rivalries, which is loved by football enthusiasts everywhere. Let's kick things off by introducing our first player, none other than Keyshawn Johnson. In 1996, the New York Jets chose him as the top pick in the NFL draft. This made him just the third wide receiver ever to be picked first overall. His skills were on full display during a crucial playoff game in 1998 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. He showed how good he was at both offense and defense, making a big impact for his team. On April 12, 2000, Johnson got traded to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Jets got 2 first-round draft picks in exchange. Then, he signed a big contract with the Buccaneers. It was worth $56 million and lasted for 8 years. This made him one of the highest-paid wide receivers in the NFL. In 2002, Johnson had a huge win with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the Super Bowl. Their new head coach, John Gruden, led the team to victory. Johnson had an amazing season, doing really well in both the regular season and the playoffs. His stats showed just how good he was on the field. But then, on March 19, 2004, Johnson got traded to the Dallas Cowboys for Joey Galloway. Even though he played well for the Cowboys, things changed in 2006. They let him go to make space for Terrell Owens. After leaving the Cowboys, Johnson found a new home with the Carolina Panthers in March 2006. He signed a contract worth $14 million for 4 years. Then, on November 13, 2006, during a Monday Night Football game, something special happened. Johnson made history by becoming the first player to score a touchdown on Monday Night Football with 4 different teams. On May 23, 2007, Johnson made a big announcement. He said he was retiring from the NFL. Even though many teams wanted him to keep playing, he decided to say no to their offers. Following his retirement, Johnson joined the broadcasting team for the 2007 NFL Draft, which was aired on ESPN. Transitioning into the world of sports analysis in the same year, he took on the role of an ESPN analyst for both Sunday NFL Countdown and Monday Night Countdown. In addition to his roles on Sunday NFL Countdown and Monday Night Countdown, Johnson expanded his presence on ESPN by serving as an analyst for the ESPN Who's Now competition. Furthermore, he occasionally stepped in as the host of Jim Rome is Burning when Jim Rome was unavailable, showcasing his versatility and expertise across various sports platforms. Now, let's shift our focus to his rival, who also happens to be an exceptional NFL player, just like himself, the legendary Cris. Cris started his NFL journey when the Philadelphia Eagles drafted him in the 4th round of the 1987 supplemental draft. But his first year in the league was a bit quiet. He only caught 5 passes totaling 84 yards and scored 2 touchdowns. Even though he had some tough times like dealing with substance abuse, Cris didn't let that stop him. He became a big star with the Minnesota Vikings, showing off how great he was at catching passes. Some of the best parts of his career were when he played in the Pro Bowl several times and when he led the league in touchdowns. In 1995, he had an amazing season where he broke records for catching the most passes and scoring the most touchdowns. After leaving the Vikings, Carter spent the spring of 2002 looking for a team. Even though he chatted with teams like the Rams, Browns, and Dolphins, Cris couldn't work out a deal with them. Instead, he became an analyst for HBO's Inside the NFL on May 21st. He talked about football on TV until October 21st. But then, the Miami Dolphins needed help with their injured receivers, so they convinced Carter to come out of retirement and play for them. Living in Boca Raton, Cris started playing for the Dolphins in his first game at Lambeau Field in Week 9. He seemed a bit rusty, catching only 3 passes for 31 yards and fumbling once. Then, he had to go to the hospital for a kidney problem and couldn't play for the next 4 weeks. Carter came back in Week 14 but had a hard time getting back into the Dolphins lineup. But in Week 15, things looked up when he caught an amazing one-handed touchdown pass as they beat the Raiders 23-17. However, in the next game against the Vikings, he dropped a pass in the end zone that would have been a touchdown for Miami. They ended up losing that game and the next one against the Patriots, missing the playoffs. Even though he played well for the number of games he was in, he decided to retire after the season. Carter made a huge impact on football, retiring as one of the best receivers the NFL has ever seen. He caught more than 1,100 passes during his career and scored an amazing 130 touchdowns. This made sure everyone knew he was one of the greatest players in the league. Carter's greatness extended beyond the field, too. He received many honors, like being picked for the NFL 1990s All-Decade Team and making it to the final rounds for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. His amazing hands also got him recognized as the #1 wide receiver with the best hands on the NFL Network's list. Following his retirement, Carter took on various roles in the sports world. He co-hosted HBO's Inside the NFL and served as an NFL analyst for Yahoo Sports and ESPN. Additionally, he became part of the faculty and coaching staff at St. Thomas Aquinas High School, where his son played as a wide receiver in 2008. Carter is the founder of Cris Carter's FAST program, a sports training center located in South Florida. Beyond his athletic pursuits, he is also ordained as a minister. Furthermore, Carter made an appearance in the 2005 sports video game NFL Street 2, portraying a wide receiver for the NFL Gridiron Legends team, alongside former teammate Joey Browner and other notable NFL figures. Carter was also chosen to be a coach for a team in the 2015 Pro Bowl, along with former Dallas Cowboys wide receiver Michael Irvin. Now, shifting our focus to the feud between Cris Carter and Keyshawn Johnson. Keyshawn Johnson and Cris Carter have had their fair share of controversial media interactions over the years. From heated debates on television shows to fiery exchanges on social media, their interactions often make headlines and stir up discussions among fans. During an episode of Keyshawn, Jawil, and Max, the former receiver unveiled his picks for the league's top 5 wide receivers, naming Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, Jamar Chase, Stephon Diggs, and A.J. Brown. His choices stirred up quite the reaction, especially from Hall of Fame Vikings receiver Cris Carter, who took to Twitter to express his discontent, suggesting it was time to turn the channel down. In response, Johnson shrugged off the criticism, noting that such lists always manage to anger someone. Their Twitter exchange quickly escalated, sparking drama and grabbing the attention of fans everywhere. And there is no such drama that escapes our eyes, so subscribe if you haven't. Their fiery debates, controversial exchanges, and differing opinions have not only captivated audiences, but also ignited valuable conversations about football and sports analysis. While their rivalry may persist, it serves as a testament to the varied viewpoints and personalities that enhance sports broadcasting. Whether you support Keyshawn or Cris, one thing remains clear: the arguments between these NFL icons promise to last. Now, as we have reached the end, make sure to leave a comment telling us who you want us to talk about next. See you soon. Bye.